Hi everyone. Today we're going to look at how to use the CRAAP test to evaluate sources. Before we start, please have a copy of the CRAAP test in front of you to look at. And also go to this site, www.bottledwater.org/health/bottled-versus-tap-water. This is the source that we are going to be evaluating today. And these are the criteria that we're going to use to evaluate it: currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. So as we can see, the first criteria we're going to use is currency, which is how recent the information is. And here is our website. I'm looking around for a date on it. And let's see, I don't see a date on the article, but way down at the bottom I do see it says copyright 2017, which is this year. And I also see some updates to other parts of the website that are current. So I would say that even though I don't find a date on the article, there is some information that shows me this was recently updated. So for our first criteria, currency, I would say that yes, this source has credible currency. The next thing that we're going to look at is relevance. So does the information relate to your topic? Who is the audience? That kind of question. So let's take a look at our site. So as I told you before, the research paper a student found this for is about safety of drinking tap water versus bottled water. And I see that is the topic of this information. What is healthiest? So I would say yes, this is relevant. As for the audience, I think the audience is a general consumer. It's not for the researcher in general, I would say, but the consumer. So for the question of relevance, I will say yes, this seems relevant. The next thing to take a look at is authority. So what is the source of the information? Let's take a look. So I do not see the name of an author here. I see just the International Bottled Water Association. Down at the bottom, I see again International Bottled Water Association. I don't see any credentials to show me why this source should be trusted. So on the question of authority, I would have to say that this does not demonstrate authority. The next thing we have on our CRAAP test is accuracy. So is the information accurate? I don't see much research here. I do see two links, both of which go to the Drinking Water Research Foundation. Clicking on this one, I find a report from 2011. And this report talks about standards for bottled water safety and comparisons of safety. So this seems like they have some actual research to support it, though I would have to read it more closely to really understand. So the other question was about bias. Is it unbiased? And here I see only positive things about bottled water. And I see some information about tap water, which might be a little bit negative. I feel like they're trying to show me more the negative side. So even though there is some research, I am not totally sure that this is accurate. So in terms of unbiased information, I believe that it has not proven to me that it is unbiased. Finally, we have purpose, the reason this information exists. And do the authors make their purpose clear? Is it information, fact, opinion, or propaganda? Does the point of view appear objective and impartial? I said before that this was published by the International Bottled Water Association. I want to know more about them. I'm going to click here where it says About. And I find that it includes U.S. and international bottlers, distributors, and suppliers, and the bottled water industry. So that shows me that this website is actually produced by people who sell bottled water. I'm going to take a look over here to the board of directors, and I see that they are mostly people from bottling companies, water companies, Nestle Waters, Danone Waters, Niagara Bottling. I feel that these people are trying to give me information that would make me want to buy bottled water, and they're not trying to give me impartial or unbiased information to take a decision. So when it comes to purpose, I would say that it does not seem to have a credible purpose. So overall, this website may have current and relevant information, but it's not a good source for getting accurate, unbiased, and credible research for your paper. Or if you do use the information from this source, you should at least explain where it came from and reasons why it might not be trustworthy. So now that you have seen how I use the CRAAP test to evaluate a source, you're going to try it yourself.